Hi guys, I'm Megan.
And I'm Wendy.
And we're still here talking Big Brother one more week.
Is the season over? Close?
Let's talk about the fact that Steve is the HOH.
I was so happy Steve won HOH.
Me too. And how happy are you that finally, of all the people to make a move, it's Steve?
Well, I think his back was against the wall.
Yeah, I mean, who else are you gonna put up? But
and I think really Vanessa probably told him what to do.
Vanessa, you know, they haven't used the phrase puppet master in this season the way they did with Amanda. But she really is the puppet master.
Who was the original puppet master? Was it Mike Boogie or was it Will Kirby?
I don't remember. You know, I didn't watch their seasons. They're like season 2. And then I watched them when they came back on All Stars or whatever.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch that season. I actually think it's available on the CBS app.
Oh, all the seasons?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, maybe I will. I saw that.
Great.
Because they both came back for an All-Star season. Yes. And I think that was one of the years they had like 2 Big Brother seasons during the writer's strike. And they were like, let's throw on more Big Brother because there are no writers. So Liz and Austin go up next to each other, and I was very happy to see that. And then the veto competition, and everything falls apart.
You can't, well, yeah. Vanessa has her hand in all of it. Now, she convinced Julia to battle Austin, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Austin lost his mind.
He ended up winning the POV, so like, I mean, it was good for him, but like that really messed up their plan going into the POV because she was supposed to challenge Johnny Mac, and then that way it would swing the votes and Julia could stay or some crap like that.
Yeah, so if they got rid of Vanessa, Steve, and Johnny Mac, then their plan was to throw it to Julia because that's their best case scenario, because then 2 of the 3 of the Austwins become safe. And then they were hoping that then they would have had the votes, I guess, to send home whoever the replacement nominee was. Okay,
so let's talk about Vanessa's like guarantees that she threw on Austin and Liz for Liz to stay in the house this week.
Okay.
I can't remember them all, but there were like 4, and it was like, you can't vote for me here, you can't put me up here, and when do I get to a final 2, you have to take me. And it was the craziest deal I've ever heard.
It was crazy, particularly because she has already promised her allegiance to their alliance this week. She's like, I'll support you guys.
Right.
And what are they going to say?
No. They're going to say yes. Of course
Liz wants to stay.
Yeah.
You know, she didn't have anything to lose at that point. She might as well try and make deals because she could just send Liz home. You know, like, I don't really understand, though, her motivation for keeping Liz.
I don't either. I think they should have kept Julia because they could have turned Julia on Austin and he could have been going out next week.
Yeah, that's a great point. The explanation Vanessa gave was that sitting next to Julia in an elimination week, she would go home, which I agree with. But whoever Vanessa is sitting next to, I think Vanessa will go home. I hope that house guests still in the house realize that Vanessa has the game locked. Shelly in the jury house did make a comment about Vanessa.
They showed the jury house, and it was after James and Meg got to the jury house, and Shelly had said, Shelly realizes that Vanessa has masterminded this whole entire game, and so I think Shelly will convince the jury house that Vanessa should win. I forgot the fight.
Yes.
The fight between Austin and Liz.
Yes. So Austin's mad. As soon as Julia picks him in the veto comp, he's like, the whole house is against me. I've missed it. They've turned against me. When in reality, it was just Julia not thinking. Like, Vanessa got in her ear. Julia was like, oh, she must be right. She was not right.
But, okay, back to the fight.
Oh, yeah.
So, we thought the showmance ended this week, but it did not. They got in a huge fight. Liz was super upset at Austin, but Austin said some really horrible things, I thought. Like, I ruined my life for you, meaning like he left his girlfriend or whatever. And Liz was like, what?
Yeah. She's like, I thought you said that you were basically done. And so I'm curious the story he spun to Liz to justify the fact that he has a girlfriend at home. I'm curious what Liz is going to find out when she gets out of the house.
I know.
You know, Julie last night was like, I'm sure we'll see him at Christmas dinner. You guys, they're not making it to Halloween. There's no way. There's no way they are not the next Jeff and Jordan. Oh, but this is the first week that Liz acknowledged how awful the beard pony is. Multiple times.
I didn't hear.
Multiple times. Yes, at one point she was like, she and Julia were talking and they were like, I just want to chop off the beard pony. And then in another instance, when Julia was trying to kind of like rile Liz up, she's like, oh, he's such a jerk, he's so ugly. And she was like, well, if he didn't have the beard pony, he's pretty cute. I like keep imagining him on like a makeover show where they like shave his face and cut his hair, and I think he's probably handsome. But the... Okay, so but after they had this big fight and Liz is mad, and the really interesting thing here is Vanessa was the instigator of that fight too, because she got in Liz's ear and she was like, if you think Austin is taking you to the end, you're crazy. And it never blew back on Vanessa.
I know.
After this big fight, Liz wakes up in the morning and then she kind of goes and makes nice with Austin. And I found myself questioning if it was genuine. Maybe it is. I hope it is. But after watching it, I thought, well, if she stays, she really needs to not have Austin as an enemy. And the jury house makes me so uncomfortable. Isn't it so awkward when you see like the posed jury house moments?
Yeah, when James was like, I would tell you about it, but let's just watch the DVD. And I was like, ugh.
And the girls are like sitting by the pool with their wine glasses. Like, I wonder who's coming through the door now. Okay. I want more behind the scenes jury house footage. I want to know what they're doing when it's not like a staged little vignette. You sit here and talk about who's coming in the house.
They're probably just hanging out like they would in the Big Brother house, but they don't have to do stupid competitions and
then how boring. How bored are they?
I mean,
I think they get books. They get books. They can't have magazines. Movies? What do they do? I need insider information.
Yeah. Do you know, I've been thinking, like, do you remember back in the other seasons when they used to have this competition where it was like the house was full of clothes and then they
they would go shopping. There were like reward competition.
They haven't done that in a really long time.
I loved that one. No, and they haven't really done reward competitions in a long time.
And Pandora's box. Remember they used to do Pandora's boxing, and like if the person like took what was in the box and the house would have to pay. Do you remember?
Yes, there was a consequence, good or bad.
Bring those things back.
Yeah, this house is real boring.
It's boring. Right, they gotta do something because it's boring.
All right, well that's it for this week. I think we are going to be periscoping next week's Big Brother recap on Friday.
Yes,
that's the plan. There will be no video posted next Sunday, but we are at Megan and Wendy on Periscope, and if you're following us on Twitter, we will send that link live the second we are live and chatting to you about Big Brother.
Yep.
So we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.